Welcome back, Latinas in Transformation. We are so excited that you are here, but we're also feeling so many different emotions right now. I know that many of us are most likely updated with what's going on with the current events, from the LA wildfires to all the other items that have been showing up this past week or couple of days. But we want to take this time to just recognize how heavy the emotions have been for many of us. A lot of us are feeling scared, feel like we don't have access to our power anymore, feeling a little confused, or not knowing what the next steps are going to be. But we really wanted to just remind you all that we are here for you, because these times are really heavy. And as we sit here and record this episode, we're feeling all the feels. This hits really close to home for many of us, and it's kind of hard to process. We just want to acknowledge and taking a moment to just be still. And wherever you're at, like, I really hope you can just take a deep breath, center yourself on wherever you're at, and just take this time to be with us and to just feel. I think we all need to just feel before we take any type of action moving forward. Take this time for yourself to just know that if you are in a place where you feel like you don't have the support, we are here. I don't know how else I want to go with this direction right now.
It's okay to also feel numb, which is what I'm feeling. I just want to hide under a rock. Pretend like this isn't happening, pretend like this isn't going to affect me. Or maybe it's believe that everything's going to be okay, and have faith that it will. But it's hard to not come up with those scenarios.
I also want to remind those who are in a different capacity. Maybe you're like me right now, who is feeling so much frustration, so much anger, yet this urge or this feeling of obligation where you want to help your community. I want you to also invite those feelings in, because I know that so many of us, we want to take radical action and be in our frustration and anger, which I'm all for. I feel like we need to feel it, but I also want to invite us to use that energy in a different way, to honor the people who have fought for our rights in the past, like Dolores Huerta, Cesar Chavez, Martin Luther King, all of those amazing leaders that we've had. I hope that you take this time to not only take care of yourself and take care of the people around you, but invite those feelings to fuel you so you can keep going. Because mi gente, mi Latinas in Transformation, like, we need you guys more than ever. And no matter what your unique gifts are, please keep showing up for your community. Keep showing up for the people who need you, where you know it's impacting directly in your life or maybe indirectly. But use your gifts. We've talked about this in previous episodes, where we all have our own sazon, our own flavor. And this is the time, because whether you know people or don't know people that are being directly affected, like, I know it feels heavy in your heart. And again, if this is in your capacity, right? Because I don't want to push anybody who feels like, oh no, I'm not ready, I'm still feeling, I don't want to do that. But if you're anything like me, that feels this activist energy going on and this like fire in your belly, where you're like, I want to support mi gente. I want to make sure that they are safe. Just use those unique gifts. Lean into that, because like Lupe said, it's okay for us to want to hide underneath and not know what to do with our emotions, or just like process. Take that time to take care of you. But when you're ready, please show up. Don't hide. Show up, use your voice. Like Tati said so beautifully before this call, like, if music is the way you bring healing into our community, do that. If you are the type of person that loves to make people feel safe, do it. Whatever it is, like, just show up, show your unique gifts. Because let me tell you, mi gente, like, we're here to stay. I don't care what anybody says out there. We are here to stay, because our Latinidad is beautiful. Our community is beautiful. So many of us come from some sort of immigrant families or parents, whatever brought you into this land. And remember, they brought us here because they knew that there was opportunities here for us. And I truly do believe that there is still opportunities for each and one of us. And it may look different. Maybe some of you are assessing like how you're going to move differently moving forward. And that's okay too. Like, maybe you're going to want to find safety and prioritize safety. That's okay. But keep showing up. I think that's like my biggest message right now, where I'm like, I know the journey is unknown. We don't know what's going to come next. We only know what's happening now. But trust that you are going to be protected. Trust that you're going to be guided. and trust that the more that you keep showing up, that there will be more clarity for you. There is going to be more clarity. Surround yourself with people who are going to allow you to feel strong, even in the moments where you feel weak, because I won't lie, like I feel so weak. But I'm really grateful to have this community that keeps uplifting me, that keeps providing the safe place for me to show up and to redefine what strength is, as Tati mentioned beautifully before this call, and just keep surrounding yourself with that so you can keep moving forward. Because I know it's not easy to move forward when we're feeling scared, angry, all these different things. So, again, please take the step to process and take your time to do all of that to connect with your body, your mind, your health, all that stuff. But when you are ready, just please show up. Please continue to show up for yourself, for your community. And I don't know, like, I just want to remind us that we are meant to be here. Our community is beautiful, no matter what other people may say, whatever they label us as, because we're not that. And I'm not going to share it out here on what they say because, like, it brings me so much anger. But I want to remind us that we're not that. So we are much more. And we are freaking like warriors. And as you slowly acclimate to put on your armors, like I don't say this in a place of be in this fight response, but like allow your armors to protect you, allow your armor to be the one that shields you, protects your energy, protects your health, protects your mind, your spirit, all of the things. So as we keep navigating these unknown times, that you at least feel safe within our community because we are here for you all. And as we keep showing up here in this platform, we hope to provide you the tools that you need to continue on in this journey with more strength, with more courage, with more healing, with more love. Because again, like that is what our community is all about. We are love at the end of the day, and we're going to fight with that love, and we're going to keep showing up. So we're going to try to provide the most that we can to support you all with our unique gifts, because all of us have a unique gift. And yeah, mi gente, we're here for you all though. Like we are sincerely here.
I'm just thinking about how you were talking about, armoring up. And I really love that because I think that so often we think about anger as a negative thing. And so often we equate anger to aggression or violence, and anger does not equal aggression. Anger does not equal violence, and you're allowed to be angry. Anger is what allows you to protest, and anger is what allows you to use your voice. Anger is what allows you to set boundaries and limits, right? Anger is your friend, right? Anger is something that really mobilizes you to take action. And so leaning into that anger, if anger is what you're experiencing, sort of like what Edie's was saying around, armoring up and like, getting prepared to take action and use your voice, right? Like allowing yourself to feel that anger and use it as a way to take action appropriately, right? In healthy ways. And maybe you're not experiencing anger. Maybe you're not at that point yet. Maybe you're experiencing this tremendous fear and grief and sadness and numbness, like Lupe was saying, right? And that's okay too, right? And just allowing yourself to lean into those feelings and just spend as much time as you need here. I think, again, emotions don't need a time limit. Emotions don't need to just be felt for an hour or a day or a couple days or a week. Emotions need all of the time and space. And so, however long you need, when you're ready, like Edie's was saying, continue to show up because that's what we're here for, right? Like this is what our community is here for. And going back to the unique gifts, everyone has those unique gifts. And so using your creativity or using your voice or using, your writing, whatever it is, to show up for your community. But again, only when you're ready, only when you have that capacity. I know for me, I was sharing with the girls before we started recording that I have not been consuming any news. I have not been consuming any media because I quite literally don't have the capacity for it. I'm not ready for it. And so I think that if you're at that same state where you're you don't have the capacity to consume any more information, then allow yourself to take as much time from off of social media, off of watching the news so that you can re-nourish yourself and do what you need to do to continue to live your day. Because I get that we have so much going on in our personal lives already that adding what's happening in the world is it it is, I mean, I truly believe that if you live in this country, you have a traumatized nervous system. I truly believe that just
A
because,
thousand
like,
percent. I
yeah,
agree.
seriously, with everything that's going on in this country, I think that, we do have to just focus on like what we have the capacity for.
Oh, thank you, Tati. I mean, I think so many of us in different places right now with our emotions and how we're processing everything. And again, there's like Tati mentioned, there's no right or wrong here. Allow yourself to give yourself permission to feel, center yourself, to ground yourself, do whatever it is that you need to do to take care of yourself. And when you're ready, show up, take action. Do whatever it feels aligned to you, where you feel like you are contributing within your means and that connects with love and all these different things. So I think it's a beautiful reminder for all of us. And I know that there are so many tools out there. So please be mindful on how much you're consuming in a day, because I know that that can be very overwhelming. So please, like, I know as much as we want to be informative and want to support people, again, like, keep taking care of yourself and set limitations, right, on how much you consume per day, and allow yourself to just, I don't even want to say trust the journey, because I know that this is really hard to trust, but just remember to take one step at a time, one step at a time. And the clarity will come in the doing. And as we keep getting more information and as we keep healing and just allowing ourselves to process in this time. But we didn't want to make this episode long because, again, like, we just wanted to remind you all that we are human too. We know what you guys are feeling. We know that this is a heavy week. We know that there are so many different things that you guys can look up right now and do all these different things. But we wanted to really just provide a space of vulnerability, honesty, rawness of like where we're at also, because we want you guys to feel that you're not alone in this. We are here still with you. We will be a community. And again, please feel free to reach out to any of us. Like, if you need anything like that, Diana has like amazing things that are going on that can help you reset and recenter and just focus on what it is that you need currently. And she has amazing tools every single time on her page. So please, like, drop in there, use that content to like help you nourish whatever it is that your body needs, your mind needs, and your spirit needs. Same with Lupe. She's there with you guys, and she's always there to provide ways to like help you with your health and how to take care of yourself wherever you're at in your journey, and even just as a safe place to talk and have that, system for you. And I'm here for you. So I know that this is a hard time, and I know nobody wants to hear the word surrender, but remember, like, surrender does not have to be scary. Surrender does not have to be giving up or any of that. Like, we can find that surrender can bring us the ease that we need to just be able to release the heavy emotions, accept what's going on, and be able to just find the way that feels more aligned to us moving forward. But things will all work out. Just keep aligning with your community, your aligned community. Please find your aligned community in these times. Just know that we are here for you all. And yeah, I feel like I wish I could provide you guys the other tips and tools, but again, like, this is where I'm at least for me, where again, it's still really heavy, but just know that you're not alone and that we're here to stay, y'all, because they ain't taking us nowhere. Like, they're gonna have to love our presence because we're making it known. But when we're
Yeah.
ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do want to share that going back to like the tools, like I am starting a somatic reset challenge on Monday. So that's Monday when this episode is released. And so if you're feeling like you need to support your body and you don't have any tools to come back into your body, you're welcome to join it. It's completely free. It is only 5 days, and you will get a somatic practice every single day to support your body, to support your nervous system. And I think more than ever, this is a time where we do need to be more connected to ourselves and try to be in the present moment. So if you feel like that would be helpful, join us on Monday.
I also think that as much as I'm feeling numb and want to hide, I think it's okay to do that as well. There's no judgment there. If you need to remove yourself and pretend for a day that it's not there and just regain that energy for yourself. I'm a preacher for taking care of yourself first and then others. And so I think that's where, at least for me, that's where I'm going to do. Pretend it's not there, allow for my energy levels to come back to where they need to be in order for me to keep going, in order for me to keep supporting those around me. Because sometimes you do just need to remove yourself from it and create your own happy place so that you do feel a little better and comfortable with what's happening. So yeah.
Yeah. Removing yourself is self-care. Doing
Hmm.
nothing is self-care.
Hmm.
So, if you just need to be on the couch watching Bravo, like, I'm doing, that is self-care.
Yeah. And don't feel guilty either if you're
Hmm.
trying to prioritize some joy in your day, right? Because we do need the joy. And for a lot of us who will be, again, moving forward with a little bit more clarity once we take care of our body and our mind and our spirit, that's how you're going to move with more momentum and more strength and more courage to be able to show up in the ways that you need to, whether it's you're helping your community, your families, yourself, whoever it may be, right? Like prioritize that and don't feel guilty. Because I know that it's a lot of heavy stuff, but prioritize the joy, focus on gratitude, focus on the things that are aligned in your life right now and that are going well. Like it's okay to do that. Go outside, enjoy the sun, right? If it's not too cold in your area. If you love going to a coffee shop, just go and see people laugh. Do whatever it is that fills your cup, but don't feel guilty because I know for a lot of us, I think the guilt creeps in when we're like, well, I'm trying to take care of my mental health. And does it mean that I don't care if I'm not involved as much as I want to be? And the answer is no. Take care of yourself because, as Lupe mentioned, like we have to make sure that we're nourished and our cup is filled before we give out to others. And again, that's what makes true change and transformation happen. Like we have to take care of ourselves so we have the capacity to support others. And then it's okay to retreat back and say, okay, I need to refill myself and I have to like make sure that my tank is on full and then I'll keep going and then I can retreat when I need to just again take care of me. Like there's no right or wrong here. You know your capacity, trust that whatever it is that you need, honor it, but don't feel guilty either if you're trying to prioritize a little bit of joy, especially for those of you who have little ones. Your little ones need you. They need some happiness in the world. Your partners need that too, right? Like, let's not let this fear or anger or all this type of, I don't want to call it manipulation, but all these different fear-based modalities that people are trying to
Manipulation.
put. Yeah, it is manipulation though, guys. Okay. Why are we gonna be
I'm gonna say it. It's manipulation.
It is manipulation at the end of the day. You're right, that thing. Now, if we're gonna be raw and vulnerable here, it's like that is what it is. And don't let yourselves be consumed by that. Okay. Like, please see through the BS. Like, this is all a tactic where they're trying to get us to be afraid.
Mm.
We're not going to be afraid. We're going
Mhm.
to still prioritize what we can, what's within our capacity, take care of ourselves so we can go with more strength and momentum to do what's right, to take care of our community, to take care of ourselves, to take care of our families. And it's okay to prioritize it. Like prioritize the joy.
Mhm.
Laugh. Remind yourself that you are safe, even if it's just in your home with the people that love you, the people that are close in proximity, whether it's with your community, whatever it is, even if it's your fur baby, like my spirit over there. Like, it's okay to feel that because at the end of the day, remember, we're not gonna fight the way that they want us to. We're gonna like go in with our full armor, be warriors, but we're like, and as I say this, like I say it because I see this like heart. It's like I truly do believe like we're warriors of like light warriors and love warriors. And we're gonna show up in that energy. And again, just like Tati mentioned, like our anger does not have to be a negative thing. Like that anger, that frustration is gonna become passion. And that passion is gonna translate in so many different areas that these other communities that were not ready for us, well, they're definitely not gonna be ready because we're gonna come more amped up, more fiery, but in the best way possible. And they're gonna regret for doing the things that they do to our people because, yo, if only they knew. Our Latino community, our Hispanic communities are filled with so much love, so much grit, so much admirable qualities that we have. And let's not forget that because there's so
Mhm.
much good stuff that we have.
You bring up such a good point, Edie's, around making sure that we're experiencing joy and laughter and, hanging out with our pets and going outside and doing all of those things, right? Because I think that comes up a lot when there's something really significant that happens in the country. It almost feels like we're not allowed to feel joy and we're not allowed to play and laugh because there's so many heavy things happening, right? And it's normal to experience that guilt, and it doesn't have to be all or nothing, right? Yes, things are heavy, and you are allowed to experience joy, and you are allowed to experience that laughter and play, even when there are heavy things happening in the world or in the country, right? I mean, in the world too, but
Yeah.
specifically, we're talking about the country right now, but allowing yourself to be with both, right? Like the heaviness and the joy, right? Can we allow space to experience both things and remembering that it doesn't have life is so much about the gray, right? Like life is so much about living in the middle versus black and white, right? All or nothing, right?
Yeah.
And so, yes, feel sad. And yes, notice when you feel that little smile creeping in, right? That bit of joy in your heart, right? Just allow yourself to feel all the things. And yeah, I mean, you were saying this exact thing, but I think it was such a really good point, and reminder for a lot of people because I know that we can often feel like, oh my gosh, this person is struggling so badly, and I'm over here having this grand old time, and you're allowed that, right? And you can still feel for the people who are struggling, and you can also experience your joy and happiness and also acknowledge your own privilege and that, that's coming up and that's okay too, right? Like all the things.
Yeah, all the things. And that's where, like, I know it sounds kind of crazy, but that's where, like, the surrendering part comes in, right? Allowing yourself to just, like, let it be and not in the place of, like, accepting these ugly things to be the reality or whatever. It's just more of allow yourself to, like, know that the surrender can also be joyful. There's so many things when you allow yourself to hold capacity and bring in more room for things. Because again, think about it. The light and the dark are needed in these type of situations. The light always conquers, always, but we also need the darkness sometimes, and they can go hand in hand. And not to say because the darkness dominates or anything, it's not that. That's where character development begins in so many different ways. And when we can show people that we can still show up in love and like do all of the things that we need to do, we're shifting the energy on how we can heal our community too. I know that it's easier to have the darkness consume the light because it feels like maybe there's no hope. But allow your surrendering process to just be like, I understand that I don't know what's next. I don't know what's going to happen with my family or this and that. But as I keep moving forward, right? Yes, it is about trusting the journey, but also let the light and darkness coexist. Like Tati said, it does not have to be one way or the other. Allow it to coexist in your journey as you gain the clarity that you need, as you step more into your power, as you allow yourself to be still and like regulate and do all the things that you need to do to nourish your body. But don't let your surrendering be dark. Let it also be joyful. Let it have play. Let it be in the ways that you need to fill in your cup. Because again, like it's so easy for darkness to consume, but don't let that be it. Like allow yourself to still experience and to know that things can coexist. But it does not mean again you're settling. I'm not saying you're forfeiting or anything like that. If anything, I promise you that the more that we see that, there's less resistance because then we acknowledge that the darkness is there, but we're not going to let it win because we also have light here. We have choices, y'all. Like that's the beautiful thing about when we're like surrendering. We have the choices to rise up, to give power to what we really align with. And I know that a lot of us who tune in and listen, we are the light. And what does light consist of? It's joy, it's love, it's all the beautiful things that come in life. So don't let the darkness consume you because, y'all, there's so many dark people in this world. But
I saw this Instagram
ugh,
post that said, stars only shine bright in the dark. And I was like, that is beautiful. I
Yes.
love that. that like, yeah, we can all be stars in this dark. I know that sounds very like toxic positivity, so I don't want to like, but I thought that was really nice to see on Instagram.
No, we need that though. And I hope nobody takes it as a toxic positivity thing because I hope that as you heard that, you're like, yeah, we are that late. And the more that we take care of ourselves with our well being, our health, check in with our body, we surrender and we allow ourselves to not do it in a way where it's heavy, but allow it to be joyful and acknowledge that there is darkness. We're going to shine brighter than ever because these people are not going to dim us. We're here to stay and we're going to show up and be authentic and show our gifts more than ever, contribute in this optimal energy because y'all, that's how we create change. That's how we're going to move forward. That's how we're going to get more people to join this movement and revolution of transformational healers, even within our community, to step forward and to stand up for what's truly right. That is how we're going to gain the energy that we need. And we are that light. So remember that. Like, I love that beautiful Instagram analogy of like, we are the stars within that dark sky. Like, how beautiful is that? And the more of us that are there, we're going to take out that darkness. That darkness is not going to consume us. So we need more of us. We need more stars. We need more light. So let that be us. Like, we need to be that. Don't be part of the darkness. Allow yourself to be the light, to be the star. And I hope that really like hit home, that it hit your gut, that it like gave that warmth to your heart. Because as you said that, Tati, it warmed up my heart. Because I'm like, you know what? You're right. We are the light. We are that.
Can I tell you what I'm feeling?
Mhm.
Always.
Yes, please.
We started this recording and I was numb, right? I'm ending feeling cheered on. Like, you're right, I got this. I can do this. I feel better. But my body keeps trying to cry. And so pay attention to your body.
Yeah.
When we're done, I'm gonna give a good cry. And crying isn't a sign of defeat or weakness. It's
Mm-mm.
a sign of release. But because I'm already feeling better, although the tears are coming, that's just telling me I need to release. But I know deep down I'm going to be okay. We're going to be okay. And I can be that shining light.
Mm.
Yes, you
So,
can.
as a wise person once told me, aka Tati, you can feel both things.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
can feel both things. You can cry. You can feel like you're on, you can do it all. So,
And I think that crying is a really good sign of health, a good health, right? It means something's working in there, right? And we cry when we feel strong emotions. Like I cry when I feel so happy and grateful. Like I
yeah, same.
cry because I feel, I cry when I laugh. And so crying doesn't mean anything about, going backwards or, it's not a bad thing. It's like Lupe said, it's a sign of release, right? You're releasing energy. And so just remember that if you also want to release tears, go ahead and do it. It doesn't mean that you're going backwards in any way, right? I love crying. I love tears. I think I cry every day. I'm not even joking. Like whether I'm crying about sadness or happiness or laughter, like I think I cry every day.
Oh,
That's
that's
awesome.
beautiful. I love that. No, that's definitely needed. Thank you for that reminder, Lupe. Thank you for
Mhm.
sharing that. Because again, everything can coexist, you guys. It's not one
Hmm.
or the other.
Hmm.
So it's a beautiful thing. But well, I think that's a good way to end it. Y'all, again, we are here for you. We are grateful that you're in this space. We acknowledge you. We honor you. We know that this isn't easy. We know that this is very heavy, but y'all, we're here for you. You are not alone in this. Together, we will continue to rise. We will continue to transform, even in this midst of what feels like chaos and darkness. But remember, we are the light. We are that shiny star. And no matter how you process your emotions right now, honor that. Take the time to do so because once you're ready, you'll put on that beautiful armor,
Hmm.
show up. And again, we're going to be showing these people what we're made of because again, we are freaking light. So be ready, y'all.
We are freaking lit.
Yes, we are lit. Oh my God. Yes, we are lit. Oh my gosh.
We
Yes.
are.
Yes, we are lit and stay lit, y'all. Like it just aligns. We are that flame. Oh my gosh. That was so good, Debbie. All right, y'all. We love you all. Until next time, we'll catch you on our next episode. Y cuídense mucho. Take care.
Thank you for joining us today on Lit Podcast. We hope this conversation has ignited a spark within you so that you keep embracing your journey.
Remember, transformation takes time, but every step brings you closer to the life you're meant to live. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, share, and leave a review.
Let's continue this journey together. Until next time, stay lit and keep transforming.